Welcome to Capture the World with Dee. Interviews with companies and individuals to learn more about digitally capturing the built world. Video, drone, 3D tours, pictures, panoramas, and more. And now your host, a social influencer and community activist, Dee Johnson.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Capture the World with Dee. I'm your host, Dee Johnson. Last week, my guest was supposed to appear, but something came up and he couldn't make it. We did try really hard, and I apologize for that. But today is a big day because he's back and he's going to tell us a lot of information. My guest today is the CEO of GoThru Media, a suite of products including a gateway to Google Street View, a virtual tour and 360 video creator, and much, much more. So without further ado, please help me welcome Aline Bujag. I got your name
Hello.
right. Did I get your name right?
Yes, you got it. Thank you,
Yay.
Dean. Thank you, Dean.
Thanks, Aline, for joining us today. I really appreciate it. There's been a lot of buzz about GoThru, so we're very excited to hear all about it. Let's start out by first telling us a little bit about you and sort of how you came about and how GoThru came about.
Okay, so yeah, my name is Alan, and I built Go Through from zero by myself and till one point, and then we start having a bigger team and a bigger team and a bigger team, and now we are about 10 people behind Go Through. Now, how Go Through born and was, I can take you way back, like 10 years ago. So initially, I was a developer for a company that was creating virtual tours back then. And the virtual tours back then, they were actually a slideshow of still images. Probably there's still products like that right now on the market, but definitely the trend is 360.
Mm-hmm.
So back then, as a developer, I did the whole thing from zero by myself, and I love photography. And in working with that product and loving photography, I said, okay, I'm going to buy a camera and test the product, because I think what's you as a developer or you need to understand the product that you are working on.
Yep.
Because if you're not understanding the product, then how do you expect like people that using it to
Exactly. Yep.
to use it?
Yeah.
So just bought a camera and created a website here in Toronto for real estate photographers and start shooting real estate. And it was quite tough in the beginning. It was a big investment, and I remember my wife was like, "Oh, you put all this money in these cameras here, and you are not making anything and stuff like that." But anyway, like the first year, I just got like $2,000, and then the next year I double that, and the next year double that, and everything is like just double every year. So yeah, that's my beginning. Once I was doing real estate, um, I had a friend that was working in the search engine optimization space, and he told me about the Google Trusted Photographer program. So I joined. I submitted my I wanted to join the project, and nothing happened for about a year.
Wow.
But yeah, it was like early, like
Yeah.
basically
You're
2011.
you're truly a pioneer because even at that point, there really weren't virtual tours. Right?
Yes, I actually back then I had it in my mind, like I was feeling the need for 360 images, but the company I was working for was like so badly managed. and they were not listening to me. And yeah, anyway. Um, so Google contacted me in 2012, and probably I was the first or second photographer in Toronto area that's joined the project. And it was quite tough for me because I was having a full-time job. I was shooting real estate, and I had to sell Google Trusted Photographers. So it wasn't that easy. And in the same time, we had a small kid at home. Um, so it was pretty hard in the beginning, and then slowly, like we start doing more and more Google Trusted Photographers because it's much more profitable
Mm-hmm.
to do the Google Trusted Photographer than do the real estate. Real estate is more like volume and consistency,
Mm-hmm.
but Trusted Photographer is more like sales. Um, and the better the salesman, the bigger the, the income. So by I don't know 2015, I think, we had this project with an city that's around Toronto, where we had photo shoot the whole city hall. And back then, the publishing pipeline on Google side was super slow. Like it was taking like 2 weeks to publish a tour. And if you had to do any changes, anything, it was taking forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had to redo the whole thing from zero.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty time consuming because remember, I had a full-time job. I was shooting real estate, shooting Google Trusted, and I had to moderate all these tours. And the client was pressing me like, when is done, when is done. So under that pressure, I start looking for a solution. I couldn't bear anymore, like all this, and found something. Some guy was playing with some hacking the big Google. I tried to find what he was doing, but then use his tools, but couldn't. So I said, you know what? I'm a programmer. I will just go in and look for myself and look into this, what I can do. So I start investigating with what's sent between the browser and Google and start hacking. And in about 2 weeks, I already had some little tools that was allowing me to save my constellation and then publish it back to Google. So when I created those tools, I realized this is way too powerful, so only me is using it. And I said, okay, the best way to create and to help people is to give it to the people.
Uh-huh.
And I've created a Chrome plugin that was allowing you to save the constellation onto a GoThru server, and then you could apply that constellation back to the to the Google moderator back then. And by that time, like I was having like 5 jobs, full-time job, shooting real estate, shooting Google Trusted, building GoThru, and doing support for GoThru.
Oh, and being a dad.
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. And actually, in the meantime, we had our second child.
Oh, wow.
So it was quite a lot on
Yeah,
my head.
yeah.
Um,
But that's the best way a company gets born, out of something that you needed that helped
yes,
you, right?
yeah, yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. No, it's back then I realized that this is my opportunity. If I'm not pushing 150% or 200% now, I will miss this opportunity.
Yep.
So that's why I said, okay, now it's my time, push, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. So I've left the whole GoThru application like free, available to everyone to save their constellation for about, I don't know, 10 months, I think. And then I said, okay, I cannot handle all these anymore, so I have to cut something. And I've cut into, like, I started to make enough money so I can um, get to stop working full time. So doing that gave me more free time, but then like the amount of features that we had to implement and to go through, it required more people. So I started looking for people, and luckily, I found really, really awesome people, and thanks to them, GoThru is what is now. Um, so we start working together, and by the time of see 2016 in the summer, Google had an Street View Summit in Quebec. No, not Google, IVRPA. So IVRPA had the summit in Quebec City, which is very close to Toronto, like 8 hours driving, but yeah, close from the whole planet. Yeah, from the whole planet, that was closer. So I was really strained with money back then. So I said, okay, I'm going to go. It's not too far. It's okay. So I'm just going to go. And met there Charles from Google, Street View back then, and showed him my plans, like what I was doing. Even back then, I was working on the GoThru moderator, because in my mind, I wanted to build that for the real estate market. Showed him what I was doing, and he said, Alan, we are gonna discontinue the Google moderator. So I'm gonna invite you. I really love what you have already. I'm going to invite you to join another 2 companies to be part of the beta Google Street View Publish API. So I said, okay, thank you. And then we go home and we start working. And by the time Google retired the moderator in February, like they announced in February that they will retire the moderator of 2017, we already had a video with a full working moderator that was better than what Google had. So the issues with the old moderator, like if you had 200 or more panoramas, the old moderator was crashing. Right now, I've seen tours with 9,000 panels in GoThru, and it's still going. Yeah, it's slower, but it's still going. Plus, all the issues with publishings and stuff, so they have been much better. Now, Google still has issues and bugs, and even right now, the links between panoramas takes 5 days or more, and I'm filing bug reports to Google almost every week. But anyway, there is movement. So yeah, that's basically how GoThru.
So you talk about this moderator. Can you tell people who don't know what that is? What is it?
Yeah. So the moderator is a tool that allows you to create connections between panoramas, and the tool allows you to create this connection on a map. So each panoramic image has a latitude and longitude on the map, and it connects to another panel on the map at different angles, because the angles are important. So yeah, from the point of view, when you navigate such a tour, what you see in the current panel that you are, when you move to the next one, you see the same thing. You don't see right or left, because it's, for the brain, it's much easier to process. Okay, I navigated from here to there, and not I'm just jumping randomly.
So like you're walking straight. But you're
Yes.
talking about the connectors in Google Street View. They're the little like carrot. They're little arrows,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. If you want, I can go ahead and share my screen with you.
So I know that one of the uses when you upload from Matterport to Google Street View, it connects every scan to every other scan.
Yes.
So you've got, and I believe those are called chevrons, right? The little arrows. Or
yeah. Google, we calls them like the chevrons. Probably are the old arrows, but the new ones are pancakes. That's how Google
pancakes. Okay.
calls them.
But you can then use GoThru to remove the ones, because you don't want everyone to be connected to everyone.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, we have in GoThru a lot of Matterport users, and actually Matterport support team is recommending GoThru.
I used to recommend it.
Yeah.
I still recommend it.
Thank you. Yeah, so I can share your screen just for a quick. Okay, so this is the correct monitor. Okay, so you just open this particular tour, and this is how a constellation that is moderated.
That's
moderated. That how it looks like. Create Navigator is the tool that opens the moderator. We open it to a new window, so it's more clean. And in here, you have different tools that allow you to create all these connections. Now, I'm not going to go into details of those tools, because that's that takes some time. And actually, we're gonna show later in about a new moderator that GoThru is actually launching today. So yeah, that's the moderator. You can work on the map. You can just left click and on link panels. So clean the constellation, or you can just easily connect them like this. Okay, so that's the moderator. That's the core of what GoThru does, and I just wanna share that right now, 60% of the people that are making money in the industry, like publishing to Google Street View, are using GoThru. And
wow,
I can say 60%, because whenever I'm going to Google Street View Summit, I'm just like surrounded by people. Definitely, really, I'm surrounded by people. It's like, okay, I'm just going to a corner.
You're the popular guy at the party.
And everyone is asking questions and what's new, what's gonna come new, how can I fix this and stuff. So
I mean, so many times in life, if you have a problem, chances are other people have the same problem. And some of the best products that have been developed, not just in the 3D space but everywhere, have come from necessity, right? So this is the best way that you could create something. So yeah.
And actually, I'm still going out and shooting.
Good for you.
Yeah, so I'm still going out and shooting, and because I want to be exposed to the same environment as actually GoThru clients.
And that's terrific. Yep.
Okay, so I would say next, let's focus a bit on what we transition from the history of GoThru to what GoThru does.
Okay.
So besides publishing to Google Street View, GoThru has some little gems, I would say, that Probably because I'm not very good at marketing. I don't know, maybe I'm not spending too much time in marketing.
So
But
I'm going
yeah,
to contradict you. They're not little gems, they're big gems. So go ahead.
ye-
There's a
okay.
lot of
So
stuff. I mean, you are such a pioneer and you're such a
so
an entrepreneur and a go-getter. You've created so many amazing things. So let's hear about them.
yeah. So these actually are things that, even though there are right now a lot of similar products on the market, no one has them, and it's gonna be very hard for anyone to achieve them. Okay, let me share my screen with you. Okay, so first we have a tool that allows you to auto level panoramas. So in this case, we have these two panoramas, and that's a common issue when you are having a 360 ready 360 camera and you don't level it properly.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I think when you deliver a product, that is the most important part. The panoramas need to be level. If they are not level, it's just gonna feel like you're going up in a mountain or going down the hill. And I think that's one of the most
Yep, I agree.
important things. Now, in GoThru, is just click a button, and we're gonna level these two images. Now, it's gonna take us about 1 minute to process these images.
That house is crooked. Look at that one.
Yes, yeah, no, the definitely the camera was not properly.
I'm good at doing those. I take crooked pictures.
Now, we need to understand about this tool that we are looking for straight lines. So it's not going to work with images in a forest. There are no straight line in a forest in nature. It's just humans are obsessed with straight lines. So yeah, it's going to work indoors or on a street where you have buildings around.
Uh-huh.
It's not going to work on a field. So if you have a field, yeah, it's not going to work there. So let me see, is it done? I think it's done. So I'm just gonna open this page, create a new page and take a look. So
oh, look at that.
look at this.
Whoa, look at
I
that.
can get from that to here.
Whoa.
With just a click of a button.
That's amazing. Cool. Wow.
Yeah. So right now we can work only with images that are up to 8,000 by 4,000.
Uh-huh.
But we are working to go above that size also. So expect in the future that.
So if you ever take some 360 panos and they're a little bit crooked, you can always use GoThru. You don't even have to use anything else. You can just use this, right?
Yeah, yeah. Another thing I would say, it's GoThru allows you to create 360 videos. So these are what my son is watching. So he's playing lots of Minecraft, as you see. So this is a 360 video. Again, it's created using GoThru with just a few of a click buttons, and it's like a slideshow of 360 images.
Uh-huh.
And then you can just
you can
look around, and you can upload this video. We create this in about 5 minutes, so it's really fast.
So it's created automatically?
Yeah, we have a tool that allows you to select the panels that you want in this video, and yeah, you can upsell this to your clients, or you sell them the virtual tour, and then say, hey, you want something extra for your YouTube or Facebook channel marketing, and you can provide this.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
How would somebody know that these are 360s?
Google has this, and also in the beginning we are panning a bit left and right. Now we are working on a new tool that will allow much more customization. So somehow you need to know
Yep. Okay.
that it's a 360. Facebook, it's a bit more like it gives you a bit more feedback that that's a 360 video. But we will improve it and make it even more, allowing more customs features. And now I'm going to show you a tool that we actually already developed on the back end.
Uh-huh.
It's just we don't have a user interface for it to start creating such videos. So this is a video that we created using our application, and basically it's a walkthrough to the connected panoramas on GoThru. So it's just like moving to the next panel. So it's an automatic walkthrough, and you can create basically this with just a few clicks. And now it's not ready yet because I don't have the user interface, but the code that's creating all this, it's already there.
So it's like an automated highlight reel.
Yes, yeah.
Cool.
So this is coming probably in the next month or two to go through. Yeah, so those would be like the gems. Besides that, there are a lot of other little features, but those I would say that the hidden gems in GoThru that not many people know about them. Besides that, GoThru has this overlay editor, and our overlay editor is just 2 years old, and we are such advanced with this tool that it's really powerful. And we like whenever we publish, like create, like the process we have in GoThru for creating these virtual tours, you can connect them to create this navigation, or you don't. So it's up to you. So most of the companies out there are using hotspots to navigate from one panorama to another.
Yep.
You can do that with GoThru, or you can have the Google-like style navigation. So this would be you navigate like that, or you have a carousel or hotspot navigation. So we have I would consider like another product in GoThru. It's like its own product. The GoThru is like two products. The publishing to Google Street View, which allows you lots of customizations, plus the overlay editor.
But you wouldn't use this, so this you wouldn't upload to Google Street View, right?
It's up to you. Like you can upload. Google says that they don't want houses.
Yeah, they don't want residential.
Yeah, they don't want real estate. Only if that is a demo house.
Yep.
So if it's a demo house, then they are okay with it.
Yeah.
I would say if you can publish, but if people are moving in there, delete it from Google. Yeah. So I would not leave on Google any real house where actually people are living in. So yeah, but again, that's up to you, and you're taking risk on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, the overlay editor, we have it like creating a website for it, and we call it the Tour Maker. And it comes with this awesome overlay editor, like virtual tour editor. Now, the good part about our overlay editor is that it allows us space to grow. Anything out there is they are building, and they are building into their own demise because it's not built to grow. You need an interface that allows you to add as many features. Like 10 years from now,
Mm-hmm.
you can still add features, and you don't complicate the interface so much that people don't know how to use it anymore. Like when we've created the go through overlay editor, we had in mind Photoshop. Now, Photoshop is not an easy application. Like you
Oh,
need,
yeah. It
yeah,
is
you
not.
need, yeah, but you need some time to
Oh,
understand it.
yeah.
But and it's the same about the go through overlay editor, where you can choose a plugin. You have the active plugins that you have in that particular tool, and then you have the settings of that plugin in here, and then you customize the settings. So based on that, we can add as many plugins as we want, and it's the same. So once you learn the principle, like you have the plugin, the active plugin, and the settings, you can just build as as much as you want on it.
Yes. I would say that uh, a piece of software that has lots of sort of tools in it and customization is harder to learn at the beginning, but this interface is really easy to use. Um, so there is a little bit of a learning curve, but once you learn that, it's really well laid out.
And you have like lots of features like this.
Yeah.
You can, and we are working on plugins that allow you to search for hotspots. So you can use this for creating virtual stores where you have hotspots with different products, and then you can search that product and you go. It's amazing things that we are developing in
Right.
here.
So
Um,
what you call a hotspot is what I would call like a tag.
okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
this is a hotspot, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you click on it and you have some information. You have a button. We support multiple time of this information. You can tag this. Uh, so yeah, so you can add those
Ah.
tags,
Uh-huh.
and then in the future when we're gonna launch the search plugin, when you're gonna search for that, the stove will show up. So yeah,
Yeah. Cool.
it's really 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 amazing. And the beauty of it is you can use this not only for businesses, but we have templates for real estate. So this is a real estate template where you can have a combination of still images and panoramic images. So it's not only uh, for stores.
Yep. So this is like the standard virtual tour that a lot of companies offer, but it's got
Yes,
way more flexibility, customization.
yes, and you can customize
Yep.
everything like from any color to any color fonts. Like for example, this one. Look at the
Oh,
font in the,
wow. Oh,
yeah, we
that's
support
cool.
we
Wow.
support the Google fonts, like the whole Google fonts library.
Yeah, I like that.
um, and yeah, it's
Cool.
it's amazing. And we have a floor map,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's
Okay, so that's
really
nice. Yep.
really easy to add panoramic images to the floor map. You just go to that panel, add it to the floor map, and just position the dot on the map. So it's not complicated.
And the blue
Uh,
dot is the one that shows you where you're at, right?
yes, yeah, and we support multiple
Oh,
levels.
cool.
Yeah,
So this is key. This is the way people are going to lay out photos in the future. They're not going to have them in a little strip at the bottom.
Yeah, no, and we have right now support like 3 type of maps. So this is, for example, the Mapbox map, where actually we display the constellation. So you can just click on the constellation. So if you're lazy, you don't want to have a floor map, you just drop this in and it's already built. So you don't need to have to do anything else. And yeah, we have a Berlin map. I think this one. So this is a Berlin map that expands.
Whoa! So that's an airplane.
Yes. Yeah. We actually lots of big companies that are using GoThru, like from Sandals.
Oh.
Yeah. This is SAS from.
Well, that's a nice airplane. That's a big airplane.
Yeah. If you're missing flying, these days you just go and use this tour. Now, another feature that it's actually unique to GoThru is that all the virtual tours that you create with GoThru are immediately accessible in VR. So you either have Oculus Go, Oculus Quest, Google Cardboard for iPhone and iOS. We have an app for it, and you can easily access the tour directly into that app. So, for example, on Android Cardboard, we have deep linking, and all you have to do is just click one link or create a QR code, and then you boom directly into the app. Now you have to install an app. It's not like web VR, but to me, if you have a Google Cardboard in your left hand and the phone, and you want to watch this tour in VR, I don't think the stop is, oh, I'm not going to install an app. A virtual tour.
Yeah.
You're going to install it because you have the Google Cardboard in your left hand. If you don't have a Google Cardboard and you click on the VR link and you pop to install an app, you're not going to install the app anyway because it doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah.
So to me, that's I think, and the advantage of having real native VR, it's because everything is much smoother. And actually, in the last week or so, we've upgraded that application, so we now support Google Street View inside our VR app.
Ooh.
So I'm not sure if you've used Oculus Go or Quest, but if you want to go on Street View from those 2 devices in VR, there is only one app, and that's Wonder, and it costs like $12. Our application is free.
Sweet. I like free.
Me too. Yeah, so this is our application on Oculus Quest. Lots of good reviews. Now, to install it on Quest, this is on Go. To install it on Quest for now is just through SideQuest, which is a side application that allows you. And we are working on having it approved for Quest. The issue with Quest is that the application needs to be 6 degree of freedom. So we are not 6 degree of freedom yet, but that's in our plan. And once it's 6 degree of freedom, you will be able to install it on Quest from the Quest App Store. Yeah, so we've built quite a lot into the virtual tour. Oh, and another thing that I haven't seen anywhere is that we offer really real statistics. And it's not statistics through Google or analytics or something, because those statistics, lots of people have an ad blocker. I have an ad blocker. Whenever you go to that, your views will not be real. So take a look at this. This is the statistics for that particular tour. And this is a dashboard we've developed for our tours. It comes with a unique URL, so no one can guess your tour statistics. And we have the views per day for that tour. And you can go and dig into a particular user. We do not display IPs and stuff, so because of issues with privacy, but you can see, like, for example, this guy, click on the side menu and then click on the arrow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you actually see what's used. Now, we're still developing on this and add more features, but you actually have insight into what people are doing with your tour. It's not just like, okay, I had 10 visitors today and 10 visitors tomorrow and so on. Like, we have real data, and what I love is, like, everything that we develop, we have it like dark and light. I love that. I love dark
You
skins.
love dark. You know what? I found that most programmers like dark. Explain that. I don't know why, but they do.
Yeah. My editor also is dark. And we support multiple languages.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, and everything that we build is in multiple languages from GoThru, like in just going to account settings and changing to Japanese. So now GoThru is in Japanese.
Ooh. Okay, so the website for GoThru, the main website,
yes,
is gothru.co, right?
.co, yeah, .co. .com is not used, but the guy that owns .com asked me for like 35K or something like that, and I said, okay, and that's not worth it. Not worth it. I own the whole space for regarding GoThru. Anything GoThru, if you search, the first page is gothru.co, so there is no point to pay 35K. Yeah.
GoThru is spelled GOTHRU.
Yes, it's the short version. Yeah.
Now, how do I go from GoThru to the tour maker? Because I had
it's let's switch back to English. So in GoThru, we have these tools. Like, this is a tool page, and you can use the blurring, nadar, download, preview, all this. And then you have the navigation and overlay, the two main products. Okay. So if you want to create a virtual tour, the virtual tour will be created via the overlay editor. And then when you publish it, it will live on the tourmaker.com domain. So we're not publishing it on GoThru domain. It's published on another domain.
But the tourmaker domain is just what you use to view it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So that the stats. Is there anything that is? I think, so one thing about, like, the virtual tours, and I think, to me, the way I see the virtual tour creator of GoThru is somewhere between a desktop application and a web application. Like, we are somewhere between those, because we have so many features but are not, like, quite developed like an old desktop application. We are only 2 years old. And anyway, but I would say the advantages would be, you have real statistics. You don't have real statistics with a Now you build with anything on your desktop, upload it, it's not real statistics. You have VR support. Oh, and another thing that I forgot to say is all our virtual tours are actually Progress web application. So you can install them on your phone or on your computer as an app. So when you install it, it's going to show up like you will have it as an app on your computer like this. Yeah.
Cool.
And you can install it. You have an icon on your phone, and on Android automatically pops up you to install it. On iOS, it's a bit more complicated because it's Apple, so they want to complicate lives. But yeah, we come with this. Then hosting, you don't have to take care of like hosting. And actually, I was looking, GoThru price, it's really cheap. Like it's $23.95 per month, and we are giving you 100 gigabytes of space. You can fit a lot of virtual tours in there.
Like how many?
Now, it depends on the camera. If you have a DSLR or if you have a 360 camera, definitely on DSLR it's gonna be less. I didn't do any math, but what I want to show people is if you go to a virtual private, you buy your own server. In this particular case, they're giving you 80 gigabytes for $20 a month.
Yep.
I'm giving 100 gigabytes for $23 a month, and you don't have to take care of anything like hosting.
Yeah.
The tours are actually we make the tours super fast. So if you go to GT metrics, these are the scores a tour in GoThru will get. Like, good luck for any other company out there to get closer to these numbers. Because what we're doing, we are using the latest technology from Google, where right now our viewer is using Angular 10. Now, Angular, probably that won't mean much for lots of people, but that's the latest version of JavaScript libraries that Google builds. So we are cutting edge, latest technology, and that allows us to have these scores here. Oh.
Okay, so let's go back to price.
Yes.
So there's 3 options.
Yeah, so we have actually 4 options. Basically, anyone can upload to GoThru up to 4 panoramas for free and create and publish to Google Street View. So publishing to Google Street View for panorama, you don't need to pay us anything. And as many tours are for panoramas as you want. Then we have an pay-as-you-go, where you don't go to any subscription plan, and you pay $10 and you publish your virtual tour to Street View. If you want to create virtual tours, like hosted virtual tours, then depending on what type of virtual tour, because we support 2 types of virtual tours. One is where the images are coming from Google, and one is where the images are actually hosted by GoThru. So that tour has nothing to do with Google. Some people prefer the Google one, some prefer the hosted tour one. I would say a year ago, I would prefer the Google one. Right now, I prefer the hosted one, because we actually did so many updates on the network side and the speed wise of our hosted tours that actually our virtual tours are faster than Google tours. Um, so yeah, so based on whatever you like, if you want to create a virtual tour and don't want to be in a monthly price, it's $15 for a Google overlay where images are coming from Google. And also for that, you need an API key from Google, which might cost you more. So I don't know. Or $25 per year to host for a hosted tour.
Not
Now,
bad. Wow. Pretty good. Okay.
if you decide, now we have the basic plan. So that what I was talking was the free, the pay as you go plan. If you just, we have lots of users that just published a few tours to Google Street View. That's it. They are not interested in creating virtual tours or anything.
Right.
For those users, we have the basic plan, and basically will allow them to publish 2 tours to Google Street View.
Per month.
And we don't have, per month. We don't have any limit on how many images should be in a virtual tour, or the limit is, of course, you have to be within 100 gigabytes of
Okay.
Actually, this is wrong. It's 100 gigabytes. It's not 10. So we'll have to update that. And then we have the Pro Tip, which is the most used plan in GoThru, and that is for that allows you to publish up to 10 tours to Google Street View, and you can create unlimited hosted overlays and unlimited Google tour overlays, as long as you are staying in that 100 gigabytes of space. And then the higher we have an extra level, which is the Pro Tip video. We call it video because we found that this is used by really high level users that are working with a lot of data. For example, we have this tool, Street Builder, and we've built a desktop application that allows you to import, to work with 360 videos. And the 360 video, it's a big file. And we take that, we process the frames, and we extract and we create a virtual tour in GoThru from a 360 video. And those people that are publishing blue lines to Google Street View, they require this, and because Google has 2 pipelines of publishing, one is panoramic and one is video, we call it Pro Tip Video.
Okay.
If you need more space, then it's an extra $30 per month, and you buy as many, as much space as you need.
So Street Builder is a product that is part of GoThru, or is it separate?
No, it's part. Like GoThru it's an umbrella.
Okay.
So Street Builder it's a desktop application for both Windows and Mac that will work with Insta360 camera, GoPro, Era Pilot, anything, any camera that creates 360 video.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if the camera has GPS or doesn't have GPS. If it has GPS, perfect. We're gonna automatically align everything on the map. If it doesn't, then it's up to you to moderate and construct the constellation.
Okay.
But we allow you to work with those 360. And thanks to Street Builder, right now, for example, we have clients migrating from Mapillary to GoThru, where there are, because Mapillary was bought by Facebook, there are clients that want to remain private. So we are working on supporting virtual tours that are virtually unlimited. So you're not bound on how many panoramas are in a virtual tour. the virtual tour not be slow if you have 2 million panoramas in one virtual tour. So yeah, that's another branch where we are extending and we are building, and yeah, lots of potential there.
Yep.
So
Okay.
it's anything basically go through is anything you're thinking about 360 images, we are doing it.
Yeah, so there's just a lot to it. So go to the main website, gothru.co, and if you have any questions, you can contact uh,
Oh,
Aline.
yeah, but one thing that we haven't covered is the new mobile moderator that we're
Oh,
gonna
okay. Yes,
launch.
let's talk about that.
Yes, yeah. So what we found out in go through is that okay, the desktop moderator is good. It's more powerful than what go through that one Google had.
Hmm.
But the problem is some of the users are not as tech savvy as me or you. You know, they like more simple things, more intuitive things.
Sure.
And I said, okay, let's build a moderator to address those people that struggle creating this navigation. So we've created the street editor. So the street editor, I've just published it this week to Google Play Store. It's still in review, so it's not yet available for everyone to install it and use it. But probably, hopefully, this week it will be available. We are building now the version for the iOS. So again, I already published something to iOS. Yeah, the VR application that we have, it's a long process, slow
Yeah,
process to
yeah.
publish to iOS.
So just
So
get an Android phone.
yeah, no, we're gonna have the app for iOS. Probably it's gonna be a month.
Okay.
Hopefully not two. Yeah, later.
Okay.
But we're gonna have that app for Android. Now I want to demo how this street editor works. This is a sample project, and once I'm opening the app, this is the screen I'm ending up to. You can create a new tour, but anyway, let's focus on having something like this tour. We have 4 panoramic in this particular tour, and this is my first panel. Now, it might be a bit confusing for you watching me, but when you actually shot the images and you know where each image is, it's quite intuitive. So in this particular case, I've started the tour with panel number 3. So I'm going to click on this little
Constellation
icon,
map.
constellation icon, and that will put that image on top. And then I have to choose between what panel number 3 is connected with what panel. So it's connected with number 1. So I'm just going to click number 1. And this is the awesome part where actually I'm rotating this and this, and I'm aligning these. And on the phone, it's much easier.
So this is where you were showing me, and I'm like, wait, how did you know? But I think the point here is that if you actually take these pictures, you know. Like
yes,
I don't
yeah.
know because I didn't take the pictures.
Yeah, no, you don't know, but it's once you take the picture,
Yeah.
it's easy. It's
Yeah.
not that hard, and you can see this line, and you can see the yeah,
Okay.
you can
Yep.
understand.
Yep.
And basically, you just position the blue line where the next panel is,
Yep.
and then you select the distance, and then let's say save. And now I have panel number 3. And I don't need to work with panel number 3, so I'm going to hide it. So let's say I have 20 images in here. I can work my way up and then hide one by one by one. And this way, I'm left with less images in here. So now I'm going to connect one with 2. Yeah, this is the door, and I'm going through the door. So let's align
There's the
this,
door.
and this is the
And
door
there's
I'm
the
coming
same
through.
door. Yep.
And I'm looking here, mostly that's the point where I'm looking, I want to align things.
Uh-huh.
It's about here. And now I'll align them, save. I'm gonna hide number 1. So now I just have to connect number 2 with number 4. And it's somewhere here. Oops, I think I click with the mouse. Wrong. And
Oh yeah.
you see, I'm
Yeah.
looking here, everything is aligned. And I would say 4 meters, save. And right now everything is connected. I can click on the green map and I can see the constellation.
Ah, cool.
And if I'm unhiding these and going back to this one, I can preview and I can see the navigation.
But you can connect. So you can connect more than just two together, right?
Yes, you cannot. Yeah, yeah. No, actually, I did. I connected the which one? I connected. This is the tour, I think. You see the.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I don't know, 30 images in there.
Uh-huh.
So I've with an earlier version, I did all this. Probably took me about 20 minutes, and you see it's lots of
Yep.
under
Yeah.
connection. Now, of course, like everything you do, the more you use it, the more you get used to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think it takes away the application takes away that map that you need to. You just connect two panels with another panel that you know they are connected. So in this way, you can have this navigation. Yeah, so I'm really excited about this new app and uh, of bringing more people into creating this navigation.
Yep. On your phone.
Yeah,
Cool. Very cool. Very nice. Good job.
yeah. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. So there's just so much. And we've gone an hour already. So, okay. So the website is gothru.co, GOTHRU.co. If you want to get a hold of Aline, there's. Do you go to support on your website? Is that how you want people to get in touch with you?
So I have either a phone or so on the website I have in the footer the email which is support@gothru.co and the email then the phone number.
Okay.
Actually, I'm doing the support, so gonna get a premium support like
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
through. Like there is no one better to
I
reply
agree. I
to
agree.
your email than
Yes.
the developer, the main developer of the application. And what I love by doing the support myself is that it puts me in the front line and I can understand the issues that people have.
Yep. Terrific.
And
Ah,
and
hallelujah.
from like everyone is praising GoThru for its support, and basically I'm replying everyone in within 24 hours, but 24 hours is long. Usually it, it's 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
Now, if you're in Europe and you email us and I'm sleeping, it's gonna be a bit longer. But normally for North America, I'm pretty fast.
So, so a pioneer in your time, a go-getter, an entrepreneur at heart, a great salesperson, a great coder. You've created a product which is very popular. A lot of people are using it and asking about it, those who don't know about it. So definitely check it out. It's gothru.co, GOTHRU.co. There's a lot of stuff coming that that Aline has shared with me, but hasn't announced to the world yet. So, but keep looking because they're fast and furiously developing new stuff. Um, I would say that you're not the type of person that stands still. So it's yeah, something that everybody should check out. It's very inexpensive. So give it a go. If you have questions, contact him at support@gothru.co. And I really appreciate you taking the time because I know you're super busy. And today is a big day for us in the US anyway. And like you had mentioned before, for everybody pretty much. So thank you so much. I've learned a lot. I hope everybody watching has too. I hope everybody takes care, stays healthy, and I'll see you again next week. Thanks, Aline. Take care.
Okay. Thank you, Dee.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.